And this is All My Classics here on ABC Classic FM with me, Guy Noble.
Maggie has been living in regional Victoria for 20 years and in this home for 10.
Hey, Mitch. Come on, darling, off for tea.
She lives alone, apart from her dog, and staying in her own home has been more difficult since she had a stroke in 2015.
And I'm 77 this year, and I'm cognitively intact, but obviously physically challenged.
Maggie, who doesn't want her surname used, has been receiving help through a home care package since 2017, with 3 visits a day from a carer.
I get one at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that's to help me dress. I then have one at 1 o'clock for a bathroom stop, and then I have a tuck-in service at 8 o'clock at night. Each of them are half an hour, and I don't need any more than that. So it's actually been terrific for me to continue a degree of independence.
Home care packages for older Australians range from $9,000 a year in federal government subsidies to $53,000 for the more complex Level 4 package Maggie's on. But a recent Fair Work Commission ruling means Maggie's home care package no longer covers what she needs.
No, I'm angry. I'm not... I mean, it sort of fills you with trepidation because my package won't cover the 2 hours, 3 times a day.
The award that covers the bulk of part-time and casual home care support workers changed on July 1st, increasing their minimum shift time from 1 hour to 2. It means home care workers either need to complete a 2-hour shift with one client, or providers need to schedule back-to-back appointments so the worker can see multiple clients in the 2-hour window.
So what it means for workers is they're guaranteed to get a minimum employment period which is longer, therefore their conditions are potentially improved.
Care worker Teresa Hetherington visits aged care clients in their homes, but she's on an award that allows her visits to be split across the day.
Just in between clients, if I don't have enough time to travel back home after a run of work, I will sit in my car for up to an hour or an hour and a half because I can't afford the petrol to travel all the way home just to go back out again an hour or 2 later. As you can imagine, having a 2-hour minimum sounded like a great idea. The problem has been the way that it has worked out, and clients are having to cancel shifts or choose which of their services are the most important to get that day.
Hey Mitch, here lovey, up on the couch.
In Maggie's case, her provider couldn't find another client nearby to fill the rest of the 2-hour shifts.
I have to weigh up what's going to happen next. Do I sell the place and go into care?
The organisation representing aged and community care providers says many employers have been able to book back-to-back visits for their care workers, but rural and remote areas are proving challenging.
That client might only need an hour's worth of service, but then you can't roster a second person because of the travel time. Then the challenge is, okay, who pays the extra cost of the minimum 2-hour engagement?
This is where the system is breaking down for everybody after 9 years of neglect. Home care isn't working for anyone.
For awards like this to be won.
In Melbourne, Elizabeth Drozd is the CEO of a multicultural community care provider whose clients often have specific language and care needs.
This impact has been national in its impact. Some clients have had to enter residential care, which prior to 1st of July was preventable. We also know of families who were contributing significant funds, for example, $600 per month, to make sure that their parent could live at home. Well, after 1st of July, this no longer was possible.
I am under no illusion that aged care is in crisis, and home care in particular needs a huge reform to make it work better for everybody. That's why we are going to reform support at home.
Tina Westra is one of those dealing with the unintended consequences of the award change.
Okay, Mum, would you like a cup of tea? You like a cup of tea now?
Yes.
You can hear me all right? I'll put your slippers on, Mum.
Her mum, who's also called Tina, has been living in a unit on her daughter's property since she broke her hip a few years ago.
No hurry. We're fortunate and privileged enough to be able to do that for her, and I knew the stress of a nursing home and that not being around family would really be sort of the end of her. Here you go, Mum.
Tina is on a level 4 home care package.
Mum, here's your biscuits and your 4 o'clock pill, and I've added some cold water to your tea.
Yeah.
So she'll be ready, all right?
She was previously receiving a care visit every morning, plus 6 lunchtimes and 3 afternoons a week. Each shift was 1 hour.
Some of the service providers can still and have still kept that 1 hour service, but others are just, no, carte blanche, it's not going to happen. How's your hip?
The family was already paying $690 a fortnight on top of the home care package and couldn't afford to cover the cost of most shifts becoming 2 hours.
All right.
Instead, Tina has taken on caring for her mother 4 days a week.
And I guess I'm not young anymore, so, you know, the carers were instrumental in supporting our needs as well and our well-being.
2019 film Charlie's Angels.
Do you know this one, Charlie's Angels?
Tina Westra is apprehensive about how it will go, but she's determined to keep her mum out of residential care as long as possible.
And I'm totally for the carers getting the best conditions, because the work they do, they deserve, double at least what they got. I was disappointed that there wasn't more consultation as how it would land on the ground.
Maggie's now hoping she and her son can manage her package and directly hire carers themselves.
And I see myself as a victim now, because I'm really at risk of having to sell my home and going into care.